XIII. The last time we were here, a record was set.
We rode the Harley-Davidson Sportster S for 24 hours and covered 3,141 kilometers. This time we are here to do something completely different. We are going to help Hero MotoCorp in finding a team member for their Harley-Davidson business unit, who at the end of this video will ride home on the all-new Harley-Davidson Nightster.
So it's been a year and a half since the Harley-Davidson business unit was put together at Hero MotoCorp. They also mentioned that there is a motorcycle in the works that's going to be co-developed between both the brands. We had to expand our team to prepare for what's coming in the future. All of us at the business unit believe that we've got the world's best job. Clearly, the person who's going to join our team is also going to have the world's best job. Why don't we do something disruptive? We gave a call to our friends at PowerDrift, and that's how the entire social media plan came into being.
A couple of months ago, we put out word about the world's best job and asked people to send us a video telling us why they deserved the said job.
Never in my wildest expectations did I think that we'll get over 1,000 applications. The top 100 were asked to make an ad for the Nightster, and that's how the genesis of the Harley's 13 came together.
The Harley's 13 has ring to it, doesn't it?
Achyut, Sujit Raj, I'm Rahul Joseph, Devashish Sharma,
Dr. Anika Arora,
Vivek Sharma,
Chitra Dukshi,
Mayank Singh Bess,
Ritesh Roy,
Sunny Chahan,
Shubhojit Pal,
Shilpi Shukla,
Kapil Jolly,
I am from Trivandrum, from Kochi, I'm from Hyderabad, Pune,
Rohtak Haryana,
Faridabad,
Haryana,
from Noida,
Ghaziabad,
Delhi.
Gurgaon.
Delhi.
So here's the plan. We fly the 13 down to Jaipur, where they will be put through various tests over the course of the weekend. The first round is called Motorcycling and More, where the 13 will be grilled by Shumi and Malo on their motorcycle knowledge, after which they will move on to the second round, which is the business jury round, where the 13 will have to face some of the heavyweights of Hero MotoCorp, followed by the final round of day 1, and my favorite, the motorcycle skill test, where they will get to ride their dream Harleys and they will be judged on their riding skills by yours truly. We will then boil the Harley's 13 down to the 5 based on the scores awarded by the jury, after which they'll have to face one last round where they will be interviewed by Ravi Avalur and Mike Clark, who will finally decide the winner of the world's best job and the all-new Harley-Davidson Nightster.
So I land in Jaipur. It's the first time I've come to Jaipur, and it's such a beautiful place. And we come to this outskirts where this beautiful resort is, and we enter this place and it felt like a palace.
So as we walked into the room, the first thing we see is this nice and black and orange Harley-Davidson bag kept on the bed, and I opened it, and what I see is a nice mug. I see a scale models, I see a nice diary, a pen, and a few other goodies in there, but most of all I saw 2 t-shirts which said Harley's 13.
What made you apply for the world's best job?
Everyone needs to have a best life. To have a best life, you need the world's best job.
To be very honest, in any other role, I would not get the opportunity, but being part of this team, that was very important for me.
This was and is my go at redemption.
Like the title says, it's the world's best job.
They're going to go through probably the greatest experience that they've had ever in their life over the next day and a half.
Day 1, CIT. The 13 get off the bus, and the first thing they lay their eyes on is the Nightster that one of them will be riding back home.
The skill sets that this job mandates is one, a reasonably good understanding of motorcycles, decent motorcycle riding skills, sharp marketing acumen, and most importantly, great culture fit.
Let's also add a boatload of bravery to that list, because they'll need it to face these 2.
I'm quite interested to see how that's going to go, because both Malo and Shumi, their reputation precedes them.
Expecting it to be a little bit of a massacre.
I expect to be grilled. Can be well done, can be rare, medium rare, or raw based on what their mood is.
Are you going to be the angry one, or am I going to be the angry one?
You're always the angry one, no?
What do you do for a living?
I run a custom motorcycle workshop in Pune.
I work as an area sales manager at Samsung Electronics.
I work in a company called Grohe.
I work for Isuzu Motors.
I ride motorcycles for a living.
I'm actually an engineer.
I'm an actor.
Business analyst. I'm a dentist.
How long have you been a dentist?
6 months.
I am not coming to get my teeth done from you. You are still practicing. How did you discover motorcycles?
My father is in the Indian Army and he was a motorcycle stunt rider in the Indian Army.
Stunt rider? Wow. What a story.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with these motorcycles?
No. It's the first time I'm riding it.
Why is the Pan Am such an important motorcycle for Harley-Davidson right now?
This bike is uncharted territory for the company. It's also testing ground for the new Revolution Max powertrain. It's the first bike that launched it.
Okay. ABS, how does it work?
Full form is anti-braking systems.
If you don't know the answer, tell them that you don't know. Because Malo's and Shumi's tolerance for bullshit is zero.
I have absolutely zero knowledge about the technicality.
I'm very, very, very nervous. I don't know what to expect at all. So ABS is basically anti-lock braking system.
Usually on track bikes we don't have ABS because we need to brake immediately most of the times.
So you're saying there's a delay before ABS kicks in?
Yes.
Just to go back to our point, you said at the racetrack we tend not to use ABS.
Correct.
I've used ABS on the racetrack for what, 16 years now?
Wow.
I've never turned it off.
Tomorrow you start, what is the first thing you do when you arrive at the office?
I think I'm going to figure out a list of things that are wrong. And the first thing we cannot do in an organization is tell other people what's wrong with it. It's the world's best job, not the world's worst hire. So what does traction control do on a motorcycle? How does it work?
Can I guess it because I'm not knowing the...
No, just say I don't know.
So I consider you as my guru and I am very nervous that you will do.
So wait. So this is my fault.
No, it's my fault. I'm getting the...
It's amazing, bro. Well played. You know what we'll do? I'm out.
I see Shumi walking towards me. And I look at my watch and I'm like, it's just been 10 minutes since the interview started. You know, how did it get over so soon? He's like, dude, the participant asked me to leave. That an interviewee has asked the interviewer to leave the room. So,
what? You put a 1? That's a 0. Sorry, my handwriting is terrible.
Okay. I'm sure none of the Harleys 13 are gonna forget this interview anytime soon. Up next, the 13 have to face Dr. Arun Jawra, Parul Sharma and Vineet Taneja for the business jury round.
Jaipur is very hot. Talking about the 13 finalists that we have, they're actually going to be in the hot seat. We're actually going to be ensuring that we pick the top one.
Sir, you're very familiar.
ऐसा करो चाय वाय लेके आ जाओ यहाँ बैठ लो बातें खत्म कर लो उसके बाद हम
MITC.
So which is the hero bike that you love the most?
Charisma is my all-time favorite.
So when you look at the Harley, what do you like? What do you see first?
The engine, the sound, the potato sound.
What potato sound?
Potato.
Potato, pause. And then potato.
So we get you hired as the brand marketing manager. 30 days. What's the plan?
I think it's very important for me to first understand the ethos of the company. I would spend time in knowing my peers, understanding what is happening. So I think 30 days may not be enough.
Pick up one name that is not qualified to be there.
I would say a doctor.
Why?
Because after doing MBBS or MD or whatever, moving into a business segment is a complete change of your life.
When we put out the ad for world's best job, we said qualification, no bar.
No
so
bar.
Basically you're saying we were wrong.
After the business jury round, the Harleys 13 made their way back to the oval track for the last round of the day, the motorcycle skill test.
we have assumed that very few people within the 13 have actually ridden a Harley-Davidson before. We're not going to just let them ride one Harley-Davidson.
The first thing was to obviously choose the motorcycle.
Which motorcycle are you choosing? Either for Pan America or the Sports Race.
You have to select one.
Just one already?
So the skill tests would be designed in such a way that we'd give the portfolio of motorcycles to the individual and say, you choose the bike.
The motorcycle skill test is divided into two bits. The first bit was the slow race, second bit was the slalom. So understanding and choosing a motorcycle that can compete and do well in these skill tests is extremely important.
And I figured out the Sportster S is best fit for me.
Why do you think?
Because it's very nimble, the weight is very centralized.
The Road King won because of the fact that it's very stable. It's very, down low, the CG is down low.
I was the youngest person in the entire group, so wherever I can learn, I do that.
I like driving. My parents have made me for it to, live your life to the fullest. And this is the next step for me.
We didn't want to not give Chitra an opportunity to be on track. We wanted her to participate like everybody else. But what she did was, she said, Varun, I'll choose the bike for you. You do it on my behalf. But once that got over, and Varun was waiting with his the Road King on the track, she came up, wheeled herself next to Varun, says, listen, I'm going to sit behind you and I want you to take me around the track. Vivek Sharma walked up to Varun Painter and Varun's like, okay, Vivek, choose the motorcycle of your choice. And Vivek says, Pan Am. I was taken aback, because I was expecting him to probably take the Sportster.
Control on a adventure touring motorcycle is the best if you compare it to the touring models and all. So that's why I chose Pan Am.
And that man was an animal on the motorcycle.
Stainless steel, riding roads of thunder. Evil pride makes my motor howl. Burn my ignition in mechanic ecstasy. Woke up from my sleep, heard the horizons calling me.
45 seconds. And my best time was 26 seconds. He was 20 seconds slower than me, and that's something that I don't think I'll ever be able to beat.
पैर में मांस नहीं खिंच जाता जैसे एकदम पैर खिंच जाता है नस पे नस चढ़ जाना
I understand motorcycle. I really feel motorcycle when I'm sitting on the motorcycle. We two become one.
Slow race, definitely I wasn't able to go on a straight line.
Correct.
I was going here and there. And there were a couple of points where I almost put my foot down, but I didn't.
First time on Harley, first time on track.
You were scared. Why?
I mean, it's because, of the whole image people are built around you. These bikes are heavy, they are not so easy to control. I mean, you can't really say it until you experience it, right?
But how are you feeling now?
I'm feeling pretty confident, now give me anything.
As the candidates headed back to the hotel, the jury from day one got together to share their thoughts and their picks for the final fight.
Shumi's average of 110 is less than 5. Out of 60, Vivek Sharma has got a very respectable 48.
Okay, let me tell you something. Day one is over. We're going to have a nice dinner with the 13 finalists who have made their way to Jaipur. But little do they know that during that dinner is when they are being judged as well.
The morning started with me waking up without an alarm this time.
All of us had the same feeling. We were all nervous.
There's a lot of thoughts going in my head.
as we started walking towards the location, the jokes kind of reduced, the laughing kind of reduced.
So we were like standing in formations. I felt that I was in a reality show.
Good morning, everybody. I mean, I see happy faces. What do you see?
Nervous faces.
You guys are the first Harley's 13. Whatever you've achieved so far is an achievement that very few people have had. So please be very proud.
I was like, okay, this is actually happening.
They started calling out names.
Nitesh.
My name.
Can we have Chitra?
My name.
Achyut.
And all the suspense build up.
Kapil.
Who was called and my heart sank. Like, there's just one more person and I was just praying, God, let it be me.
My heart is like literally in my mouth right now. Okay, what is going to happen? I'm waiting for my name to be announced. And then...
And they called the 5th person and it was not me, and I was like, oh.
Rahul.
They called the 6th person.
So like probably they're trying something new this time as well. Like, instead of 5, they're gonna keep like 6 or something.
Devashish.
They called the 7th person.
And here I am waiting, looking at everybody.
Okay, what is happening now?
And they called the 8th person.
Bank.
Then when it came to 8, I'm like, okay.
So the 8 of you have done exceptionally well again. But unfortunately, we can't get you into the next round.
And here I am getting goosebumps all over.
Yeah, inside I was, but outside I was like,
Those 5 standing right behind you are going into the next round of the world's best job.
The finalists, they were genuine. They actually were speaking from their hearts.
And the rest of you can have a great time and relax because you enjoy the property. The 5 of them are going to be still stressed. Yeah, you guys aren't.
We now have our top 5 finalists who will now face Ravi Avalur and Mike Clark for their final interview. This might be the most important 45 minutes of their lives.
Wow, it was pretty exciting to see the faces. And what are you trying to get out of this next half an hour from each candidate?
I think what I'll do is I'll focus on the motorcycle. I'll try and broaden it to talk about motorcycling.
I'm going to focus on the person.
Whoever we choose has a genuine passion for motorcycling and doesn't think that this is work.
I'm completely with you with our hero values all the way.
Well, I'd like to wish all the candidates best of luck.
And may the best candidate win.
Obviously, out of 13, we were 5. Now, out of 5, it has to be 1. I'm counting each and every second.
Of course, I should win. Duh.
I'd like to also
So Harley was always there since I was little, and that just kept going to that. It's not even a question like why Harley, it's always been there.
What would your playbook be to be successful in this role?
Don't try to be like another person. Be yourself, do what you think is right. There might be mistakes in between, but that's how we learn, right?
He's a creative, he's a copywriter.
Yeah.
He's got wit. I see him with Republic. So, our creative agency, Republic, is very keen to have you contribute and collaborate with them. And we'd like to bring you to Republic to take this discussion further.
I don't know how this happened. It was all quite fast. It's still, sinking in, the entire experience.
Shilpi, please come and join us.
Well, how would you first apply your creativity if you were in this role?
There are a lot of people who want to ride. They're just scared. You just need a little push, to make them start. That's what we do. Make them love that
Absolutely.
I think they were great answers, but they were the wrong answers to the question.
Should be easy to adapt to.
Your creativity, your rigor on planning, your precision. We'd love you to meet with some of our digital marketing people in Hero MotoCorp to potentially find a role in our digital domestic market. So
excellent, and we're really proud that you've been part of this process. Thank you so much. Well done.
A lot of emotions put together, and I think it has been super exciting. I have loved each and every moment.
Sunny. So how are you feeling right now?
Sitting here with a brand that I've been riding and wearing since 8 years now.
Yeah.
So it's really to be on the other side of the coin now.
When you look at HD, what two words come to mind immediately that describes you?
Freedom, because this is one of the only brands in the world which allows that level of customization. Our parts and accessories look this thick.
So, Sonny, what did you think?
Passion, precision, and an ability to think on his feet that is extraordinary. This knowledge of motorcycling is like an encyclopedia. Clearly your passion is design and the product. So we're going to be speaking to Marlo for a position in the global product planning team.
Thank you.
Which will also give us a chance to continue to work together. So congratulations and thank you for today.
Thank you.
Well, that is a moment that I am cherishing and I want to cherish for the rest of my life.
So bringing both the final two on stage.
As soon as a Harley passes by, oh, it's not here, it's here.
This country is not a small country, and to be among the top 5 for the world's best job, it's like an honor to get through the whole experience and come here.
And I'm from a middle class family, so I was never able to afford a really good motorcycle, an expensive motorcycle. So I always try to build a motorcycle which has a very low price tag. I want everyone to have a special motorcycle.
What would HUD be? If you were using those two letters to describe you?
The H would be for head-on, like I don't shy back from any opportunity or any challenge that's given to me. And D would be the determination.
Wonderfully authentic.
Yeah.
Really spot on.
Yeah, she was engaging both of us at the same time. I don't know if you noticed the first time I've seen the eyes were moving from both of us to engage us. Even though you were asking the question, she was making sure I was part of the answer. He's got a practical side to him. I mean, from a technical side, you know, he'll be able to articulate, socialize the benefits, the features, and that creativity twist he has.
Yeah.
That makes him quite a special candidate. Done so well, both of you. So difficult for us to make a choice here.
So, the winner is?
I'm very, very nervous.
It's difficult to say right now because it's all the excitement and nervousness.
Anika.
It was so difficult for us to distinguish between you and Annika, but your passion, your knowledge of motorcycles is a tremendous credit. We've had a lot of calls this morning, and Dr. Jura, he wants you to meet some of his team working in the R&D area. So we're really excited for that. But congratulations on being our winners up. Congratulations.
Congratulations. A memento. Now, Anika, welcome to the team.
Welcome to the family.
Yeah, and the key is symbolic, I think, and take a photo.
It's very emotional right now. I'm super happy that they chose me. The world's best job. I finally did it. From never riding a Harley to riding on a track for the first time, and Harley gave me my first job. It's a tremendous experience.
2 days ago, 13 individuals met each other as complete strangers. 2 days later, the Harleys 13 are now brothers and sisters.